Hello, hi friends. Good morning or good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm Crystal, the Temporal Taurus, and today we're going to do a reading on what they really think of you. Now, I do want to give a forewarning that I am a very direct communicator. I'm very honest, very raw, and so are my guides. Sorry, I'm having a difficult time. I probably should have considered how to get comfortable before I started this. I was trying to add a bunch of different pillows into the mix here. And apparently that was just too much. I heard you took too much. Sorry, which is a quote from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, if you're curious. Okay, so sorry, let me get into a better vibe. So I read pretty authentically. My guides are very direct. I have one guide in particular that is just straight facts. And that's just, it's like brass tacks kind of thing. And actually, I would say that the majority of my my guidance comes in that way. So everything is very just raw and authentic. Sometimes it's a little bit deep, honestly. I think it's just because I have kind of a vast wealth of empathy to choose from, provided my life experiences. So there will be the potential that it might be a little bit deeper, than it's going to be a little less superficial. I'm not going to really focus on too much of the ego-based realities. So this is really about emotions and the kind of deeper underflow of connections, and really whatever energy comes in for their feelings, not necessarily their sort of disingenuous presentation. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, then you should stick around, because we're going to go ahead and dive right into it and get into group one. Group one. Hello, group one. Okay, so how we're going to do this is we're going to do an energy read just to tap into your person. And so I'm going to get some energy cards on your person, and then we will do just a tarot on kind of how they view this connection. Okay, so you have the Queen of Pentacles. So right off the bat, I'm going to say that your person sees you as pretty put together, pretty stable. Your person does view you as someone who kind of is somebody to alchemize with. And they see you as a jack of all trades. I had that song come in by the Grand Optimist, the Jack of all trades, or it's not by the Grand Optimist. Sorry, it's by City and Color, and it's called the Grand Optimist. Thank you. I mean, I'm being advised to slow down. I get a little bit ahead of myself and ahead of them, and so I'll just slow down a little bit into this energy. That song, What About Us by Pink, keeps coming into my head. I actually posted this earlier today, and then that song came in. And it's funny because I was in the middle of working and I was really called to come do this reading for you. So here we are. Your person is like, I just want them to know that I see them, is really something. Oh, and they're kind of tapped into a connection with you in like the 5D. So if you're not communicating, they are sort of, they think about you quite a bit. And they give you a lot of love as well. Before I get into this, I just want you to know that how I read and how I tap into energy is my guides will show me they'll show me images. Typically a lot of times it's from like movies, but other times they'll give me hits via music, or they'll just show me certain things to kind of tap into your energy. So sometimes there may be pauses because it's me trying to decipher. Occasionally there are I get lost in translation where I don't really understand the connection, and they have to bring me more things to view. So, okay. So they do see you as very stable. Let's go ahead and bring in, what is the energy for group one's person? Or I'm sorry, what is the energy for how the group one's person views? Let me start that over. My goodness. How does group one's person view them? And then I have not had these come out. Ooh. I just heard that song. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. It's interesting that these are both flying. I did open up to the elephant as well, and I just would like to state that. Okay. I think they see you as a little off balance in this moment. And they also, don't shoot the messenger, group one. They could see you as having a bit of a dark side. I think they're kind of, okay, so the songs that are coming in are kind of sensual songs that relate into the bat. So I think they see oh my gosh. Am I gonna have to give a disclaimer on this? Okay, so the song that just came in is I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the air, I don't care, I love the smell of it. And it has like chains and whips excite me. I think they see you as being very, how do I say this? Someone who would maybe explore in certain spaces. They also see you as very wise, and they see you as somebody who has been through, I'm seeing like an obstacle course. So they do feel like you might be holding, I'm being advised to not address the elephant yet and address the nightingale in reverse, because they knew I was avoiding that. And but they think that you're holding back from them. They think you haven't said how you really feel about this connection with them, or how you really feel about them. And so the heart chakra was something that sort of came called into place. And I had thought about, so what just happened is I had looked at the nightingale in reverse, and I was like, I don't want to go there yet. Let me go to the owl, or to the, why did the owl come into my mind? Owls are wisdom as well. The elephant, but it was like, no, let's go back, because we've totally avoided the nightingale in reverse. And that could be sort of a hit for you, that they think that maybe you're avoiding communication, or that you're avoiding talking to them. But yet they have this awareness that you are quite capable of communicating, or at least it is from their perspective that you are, I heard chatty Cathy. And so in this moment, you may actually not be talking to this person. I heard no speaking. Yeah, so it's quite possible that if you're not completely out of communication with them, you're certainly not telling them what you're feeling internally. What else, please? I don't know why the song keeps coming in. I didn't say it earlier, but it was like, I got 5 on it. I don't know that song necessarily. I don't know that song very well. So I'm not really sure what it's about. Oh, cha-ching, cha-ching. They think you make good money. That's funny. They might see you as, and I did see the bull. So you could be an earth sign, you could be a Taurus, or what else is that kind of in that? An Aries. They're showing me an image of people doing the waltz, and I heard that song, Andy walks with me, Andy talks with me. I connect that song to God, and so maybe they see you as someone who, I feel like those are two separate messages, but oh, they're not? Okay. I guess they see you as someone who walks with God or walks in a spiritual path. I see the Hierophant card, which is also another Taurus hit as well. And I just know that really, honestly, guys, I'm not super great with what zodiacs. I'm getting there on that. I just know the tarot, but I know those ones because I am a Taurus. So it's kind of like one of those things, but okay, all right. So now we can get into the elephant. The one thing I want to say is that they see that you can, so there's like a duality within the elephant. They do see you that you can probably stampede, I guess, or be destructive in a sense, at least from their perspective. But also that you have a good balance on it. And then I'm seeing like the working, I think, what is the work? Is it the 7 of Pentacles or the 6 of Pentacles, where the guy is on the bench and he is working? Oh, 7 of Pentacles. I think they just showed me a big ass 7, so I guess that would be it. But you're working on it, and they're aware of this. They're very intuitive, by the way, group 1. Your person has a strong intuition, and I think you connect into that too, because they're showing me like people shaking hands. And I don't know why they keep, what is it with the song? I got 5 on it. It just keeps coming in. I don't know why. I don't even know that song that well. Oh, they're showing me Google. Like, Google it. Well, I can't Google it right now. I should bring in my iPad for stuff like that. But I mean, maybe that's the hit, is they're telling you to Google that song. There must be some kind of message in that song. I'm not sure. Oh, confirmation. I got a thumbs up. Okay, so oh, they're showing me. Okay, we're gonna redirect. We're gonna go back into the elephant. So I'm being shown like someone doing a yoga pose. And there's a hit on the third eye. So they do see you as somebody who's spiritually awakened or is in the process of a spiritual awakening. They do see you kind of connecting with that, and they might, okay, they might think it's a little bit silly. But also, okay, so I got, they showed me like a clown, and then they showed me like this endearing gesture, which is like the emoji with like the little, it's like smiling and it's got the little tears. So they might think it's a little childlike, but they also think it's cute. They think it's endearing. And they have a curiosity about it. Okay, let's get into, okay, so how else does group 1's person view them and this connection? Please. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So with the box thing, they're being funny. I just saw the movie Seven when Brad Pitt's character is out in the field. He's like, "What's in the box?" But maybe, yeah, I think they have a curiosity about you. Oh, they're showing me like the box being like there's a chain around the box kind of thing. Um, they want me to make a notation that this could mean, and I don't know if you just connected to this because I am on this path as well, but whatever. You could be abstinent, and so they might see that there's a oh, I'm seeing like a padlock with like a code to get into. I would be a little bit cautious, maybe that your person is really really interested in your box, and wants to get in to that space. But I think it's kind of that you might feel that way when you kind of get into when you get closer to this person. It could be a oh, they're showing me Back to the Future. It could be like a future oh, hiccup. They show me someone hiccuping. Okay, so I don't know. I guess that's just something to be noted here. And then with the kiss thing, I am seeing like wedding bells, and the song "Go into the Chapel and we're gonna get married. Ooh, I really love you." And they're like, okay, that's enough. We get it. We get the point. So I think that this is a commitment card. Is they see you as a long-term partner. They see you as someone that if they were going to, I'm seeing like someone running a marathon is like there's someone that they would. They're showing cat and mouse. Like there's someone that they would play that game with you. They would. No. Oh no. Oh, that you're someone that they would run to. Thank you. And then with the castle, what is with the castle? Okay, I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna explain to you why I just laughed, because sometimes my guides are super funny and cheeky and sarcastic, and they do shit just because I don't know why. And so they were like, Eureka's castle. And then I was like, there's a large portion of society currently on the planet that is not going to know that reference, but maybe that's just a connecting thing for us if you know Eureka's castle. And they're showing me baddie in that. Okay, we gotta just, what is the castle about? And it says, okay, so it's basically like, which is what I thought as well, but it's a king and king, like they see you as their queen or their king kind of thing. Okay, let's go into energy between the two of them. How does their person view this connection, please? Oh, this one wanted to pop out. I have time for a nap in reverse. So they don't like that. There must be a break or a pause in this connection, and they don't like that. They want to get the ball rolling. They're showing me like a ball rolling. Oh, and I saw like someone like on their knees, like with their hands up, doing like the little pouty face, like, please. So I don't know. I guess there's there's that. What does their person feel about the connection between them, please? Oh, thank you. They might be really... You know what? I'm actually going to read this not for you card. I always have a hit for it, and I just went to say something, and they were like, whoa! My grandmother decided to fall onto the table. That's weird. Hello, Grandma. My grandma passed away when I was 16, if you did not... You don't know. Oh my gosh, just what in the world? I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that I went to go say something about this card, and they were like, just read the damn card. So I guess I'll just read it. I try to, you know, work intuitively, and I guess it's like... Okay, so the essential meaning for the not for you card is a clear knowing that something is being denied. Rejection is God's protection. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. So it is talking about that they do view this. It's weird because it seems to be like I'm seeing some cards that are in the tarot that are kind of my like fighting against yourself cards. And so I think this is something that they're just like... I do want to mention that there's a red flag being waved, and so they kind of feel like there could be... They're apprehensive a little bit. And I think it has to do with this, a little bit of, maybe how, okay, they're showing me something that pertains to how I respond in fight response. And so it could be, the way in which you respond when your defenses are up is something that is a concern for them. However, I think that's the thing, that they either, they're curious, like, are you really working on that? Or is it an illusion kind of thing, right? Yeah. However, they also do see you as... with the soulmate card, I'm seeing the yin and yang thing. They do feel like you're the yin to their yang. They think that you're, they just show, I don't know what this is about. They show me a train and then the song Going Off the Rails on the Crazy Train. But I feel like that is more of, like it is more like your own insecurity about how they might view you. Is that you feel like they might think that you're crazy. Oh, 'cause like in a roller coaster, okay? It could be this connection could have been triggering for you, group one, and so it may have put you all over the place. But I do see there's that song coming in, The Winds of Change. So I think there is a shift in this. And then they're showing me the duality between like a roller coaster ebb and flow, kind of like, whoosh, you know, like it's very like big. And then they're showing me waves of ebb and flow, like the ocean waves coming in and out as that, like moving into calmer waters. Thank you. And so I think your person is wondering, has that changed? And I do see, yo, what are you doing? They're showing me a mime that is like pointing to his wrist. You know what a mime is? They're like the people that have like all white makeup and they usually wear black and white stripes and they communicate through like gestures and no speaking. So anyway, very cute. Okay, what is the energy between them? You have water your own garden. I think they either see you working on yourself or it's a, I do see a signing of a contract. And so it could be a mutual agreement, could be a soul contract between the two of you that you were intended to meet in order to grow, either for this connection or for another connection. Because nothing is kind of finite in these scenarios. And it's important to, they're showing me the mayor in the Nightmare Before Christmas, how he's got more than one face. So they want you to know that it could be that this connection is sort of the catalyst that this could help with many connections, I guess. But then they show me the Titanic where the heart of Rose is dropped into the ocean. So it's like this is a pretty deep connection. Okay, so what came out is water your garden, I'm sorry, lifting the veil, and star family, call in support. Something I've become sort of keenly aware of with this, you are a part of a team of souls, is that there is a collective of people out there who had a life path or a lifelong experience of feeling like they didn't fit in. I have ADHD, and so if you resonate into that or just resonate into sort of the misfit vibe, this could be someone who maybe has had a life path like that, and perhaps you have as well. And so one thing that is they're showing me is like a whole bunch of people holding hands, and the song that's coming in is shiny happy people holding hands. And so it could be that in this moment you kind of are intended to find your people, and that this person is among your people. They do feel like they made a mistake somewhere along the line, relating to communication, relating to, there is a hit on the closed throat chakra, also a closed heart chakra. And I do see someone with their back turned to somebody else. So if they did that to you, they're sorry about it. They have they're showing me like someone with their head in their hands. They really feel like this is that song, you got me tripping, you got me stumbling, oh. So and then they're showing me like fear, kind of. So I think that if they made a mistake or whatever, also I'm seeing that this is a duality, that this was on both sides, okay? That if you're watching this group one, then you also have kind of remorse for how you handled things as well. And then with lifting the veil, it's showing me like expanding out, like a bigger picture. There's a much bigger picture within this connection. And within I was reminded to express to you that our connections, when they are good and they're moving for love, and we have an open heart chakra in particular, that this expansion, this vibration that we tap into is not good just for you and those around you, but all, like, or not just the two of you, excuse me, but all the people around you. And then it begins to expand, and this lifts up the vibration of the, of in many spaces. It goes far and wide. We are connected by we are so connected as humans. And so if the 5 people around you are given love and support and compassion, those 5 people give love and support and compassion, and those 5 people, just as much as it would work in the opposition, that if those 5 people were in anxious and animosity and pessimism, then they would give that and they would give that, and then that kind of, and then they're kind of bringing me down. This is something too that is impacting us on a grand scale as well. And so it's they're showing me like the globe, like this is a big deal, like a big deal. They're showing me like big shoes to fill. Because this is the collective of people that is really tapping into the reality that vibration and energetic alignment in particular is real and is very important to how we operate in the world around us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your how your person views this connection in this moment through the tarot. Oh my gosh. Okay, what is the tarot message? Okay. How does group 1's person view this connection, please? How does group 1's person view this connection? There's no communication. I think you're not communicating, honestly. Or there's just... It's either that or there's not good communication. How does group 2's... I'm sorry. I don't know if that was a slip for a reason. How does group 1's person view this connection, please? Okay. How does group 1's view this connection, please? These two didn't want to stay in. There needs to be balance brought in. They do see you, however, as someone who is very capable of being an emotional fulfillment. I think they're getting out of this. They may have at one point thought that there was competition within this connection, or that there were sort of other people that were impacting the connection, or external forces. And I think they're kind of moving out of that and seeing it in a little bit different light. So how they view this connection, they do see that there is work that they feel they need to do. I don't know necessarily if they feel like you need to do that, but they are in this space of sort of working on themselves. They're going into contemplation. They're going into analyzing, and into a space of focusing on themselves. They also see this connection as very fulfilling and stable. And they think that what needs to be brought into balance is no longer walking away from emotions, and also not getting out of the space of seeing this as their train of this assumption that there's contenders to deal with. Or they might have that no, okay, so I was thinking that maybe they have that fear, but they were like, no, and they showed me like a really confident person. It's like, I feel like your person is sort of keenly aware that if they wanted to, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, group one, it's a little bit cocky, but it's kind of cute because it's more like they just know that oh, they're showing me the King of Wands. Cheeky. But yeah, okay. So I guess they're the wand for you. Oh my God. Really, I feel like that's kind of the message. What is the advice for, I'm just going to kind of move down here and ask just for a couple advice cards. What is the advice for group one on this connection? What does the group one need to do in this connection? What does group one need to do? Oh, interesting. Oh, it's so funny that the King of Wands came out in reverse. Why is the King of Wands out here in reverse, please? It's basically like, I don't think that's very solid advice. It's kind of like, okay, if you're maybe someone who, this is really specific. If you're someone who kind of like parades or seeks validation, I guess, it's sort of embodying you to not do that. Also, it's kind of letting you know that the advice here for your person, because I did say they're showing me the King of Wands and then it came out. I love that. Is that right now they have a lot that they're carrying, but also they have a lot of external conflict. So something that they're kind of trying to work through is getting through this idea that they just don't feel, okay, it's like they don't feel, they might have had issues in the past with a partner that maybe was unfaithful, and so that maybe something that they're kind of working through within this connection is this feeling that if you're not communicating with them, then you must be communicating with somebody else. And so they're trying to, I guess when I saw that person with confidence, I guess they're trying to build that confidence more so than they're in that confidence. And so I think it's just to be aware of that, but how to embody that is you kind of got to look at the intricate dynamics of this connection and what happened, is because I don't think that I don't feel like we should personally be in a space where we're kind of holding our hand out to people and telling them how to love us, especially when we often already kind of express that to them in just the ways that we communicate, and they do know. And so, but sometimes it's like they almost want us to kind of do it for them. And so I would advise kind of not being in that space, but also having an awareness that maybe appear available in some way, or however you can do that without it kind of being, it can even be just like, I'm really focusing on my relationship with myself in this moment, and something like that kind of thing. So that's it for you guys, group one. I feel like the energy read was pretty expansive, so I hopefully you got some message in there and this resonated with you. If you do enjoy this, please like and subscribe. Come back later, turn on notifications, and I love seeing your comments as well. They're amazing. Thank you so much, Group 1. Enjoy the rest of your day. I do not want to cut this video off, but I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to take a bathroom break and be right back with Group 2. I don't know if anybody actually like watches this all the way through or not, so that's what I'm doing. I took a pit stop and got a snack. Okay. Let's get into Group 2's energy. Where is my lighter at? Group 2's energy, please. What does Group 2's person think about this connection, please? Hello. Okay, Group 2. Oh my gosh, y'all. I heard that song. I heard the James Bond the dun, dun, dun. So it's interesting the Magician came out because I think that how this person views like the truth of how they view this connection in this moment, or how they view you, is that they think that I heard a Spectre Gadget. They think you might be sneaky, like a little sly. And they're showing me like a game of chess. Okay. 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 So let's go ahead and get into how does Group 2's person view them, please? Ooh, I have a message card in here. Where did this come from? I'm just going to pull this out because I didn't even pull from this deck and it's here. So it says, trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. Your person is like, I'm getting, okay, so they might see you as sneaky, but they're very protective of you. Okay. How does group two's person see group two, please? How do they view group two? How does group two's person view them, please? I always have this come. Y'all, I swear. I always have this come out for us, for like these two things come out for one of my collectives so often that it's just... Okay, so how they view you, you know, I'm just going to state this because I just got a hit that you might connect into group one as well for some reason. These two are consistently connected, I swear. Because it's the same kind of vibe where they see you as someone who is... but it's a little bit different because I think that group one's person has a little bit more rigid of a shell, whereas your person, how they see you is that you're a little bit softer, but there's also a side of you that knows that if they step too far, they're going to get stung. And they also have a perspective of you that really wants you to kind of be a lot more trusting of yourself. Okay. What is how does group one's person view them, please? Or I'm sorry, group two. See, here we go. They're just inviting me to see that this is a Freudian slip, and that's just weird. Okay. Okay. So how does the group two's person view them, please? So they view you as very compassionate and very sweet. But also kind of all over the place a little bit, or not all over the place, but more like I'm just seeing someone just handing out things to a bunch of people. So like maybe somebody who's just of service to a good number of people, right? And so kind of this giver in a sense, or being someone who just is consistently giving. I'm seeing like the Three of Pentacles, specifically the Light Seer's deck, where the man, there's this man like holding up a tapestry or tapestry, however you say it, and or like a flag or whatever, and the people are kind of building on it. So it would be in that space, like how your person would view you would be the person standing and holding the flag and sort of being of service. You may have acts of service as one of your love languages, and so they see you as somebody who is very good at that, but also could get burnt out from that. And then with the bee, it's sort of like someone who could, it is showing this like this sequence of pollination. So being somebody who could, and that's another aspect as well, is like kind of giving a part of yourself to a good number of people. And then also within this space, kind of not really... I heard be yourself. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so they kind of want you to trust yourself more a little bit. Okay. What is the energy What is group one? How does group one's, oh gosh, I keep doing that. I'm so sorry, group two. What does group two's person feel about group two? What is group two? Wow. Okay. Did you see how far those flew? Did you hear that? That was a bit crazy. It's a little bit wild. Okay. They see you. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So I think that was a part of it. We're going, of seeing you as, okay, so they could see you as somebody who needs a clean slate or is in the process of a clean slate. There could have been something within this connection, because I'm seeing the Tower. They see you as someone who is, they're showing me this like Chinese proverb that is a nail sticking out, and it essentially means the nail that sticks out the highest is the one the hammerhead hits first. And so they do see you as someone who sticks out in a crowd. I'm seeing someone like playing a guitar or like holding a microphone. So you may be someone who is musically gifted and talented in that respect. But they're showing me that like not utilizing your sort of natural gift or your natural talent, and being kind of like not bummed by that, but just kind of being in a space that's that kind of wishing that you had more confidence in this area. Whatever it is, it's some kind of creative thing or some kind of talent that you have that maybe they're aware that you have, but you're not necessarily, you don't kind of put it out there to people, right? And they're aware of it, and they think that this is really cool about you or really unique, and they find you really fascinating and talented. And kind of are, they're showing me the Fool card of like someone just pushing someone off the ledge is kind of what they would like to do to you. Not maliciously, as like they would like to see you take more leaps of faith and to be sort of, to trust yourself and to trust your intuition more, and to kind of, dive into the unknown a little more often. And also there's this, they're kind of hitting on the imposter syndrome kind of thing a little bit, because they see you as someone who is, they're showing me a needle in an entire hayfield. So they see you as someone who is, I heard muy bueno. I gotta just back up and explain a little bit. I forgot to do that in this group. How I get hits from my guides is through imagery and music. And a lot of times there are hits from movies or television shows sometimes as well. So I just wanted to state that, because sometimes they'll show me things and it won't make sense and they kind of have to elaborate. So there are some pauses because I'm trying to distinguish what the heck is being said. So I'm sorry, connect me back into group two's energy, please, in this connection and how they view them. Okay, so it's weird because I saw like not necessarily a chapel, but a ceremony site. And then it was like someone was they were like holding hands at the ceremony site, and then they kind of shied away from that. So it's like they feel this about you, but they're afraid to tell you, kind of thing. Or they're not even that, but they're sort of bashful, or they feel kind of silly thinking that, I guess, is the... But also it's kind of like I saw that if there was some confidence, then it would be like, this is the person that I want to be with for the rest of my life, kind of vibe. It's like weird because it's sort of there may be some, they might see you as afraid to kind of admit what you want, or admit that you might feel this way about them. And they do see you a little bit as I don't want to use the word insecure, group too, but kind of, it's kind of as though that some of the way that you feel maybe about yourself is unfounded in their opinion, and they're would kind of like to see a little bit more confidence in you. And also they feel like you have this kind of there was something that happened in your life, or some kind of big shift, or that a big shift needs to happen. They're kind of showing me it could be one or the other. There may be more collectives kind of tapping into this group. But something happened, or there's some kind of big shift that happened within this connection. And I just want to say, right now, group 2, one thing that I think, this is really random and it might not connect for all people, but there is something that wants to be kind of addressed, is that, okay, so I keep feeling like someone is kind of, I don't like feel it physically, realistically, but that someone's just like kind of moving my head a bit, and it's kind of like they might see you as somebody who's very easily influenced, kind of thing. And from their perspective, they see you as having a clean slate, that you can basically, that you have, it's kind of like the world is your oyster, or that you may be starting over too. That's another, that wherever you're at and whatever you're in life is like you're kind of starting at square one, and have a little bit of a mountain to climb. Okay, let's get in. What is some energy between these two, please? How does group 2's person view the energy between them? Let's do one more. Energy between them. Okay, so I do get this vibe that there's a lot that is, again, how I said with the Lover card, that there was like a person coming up to the ceremony site and then got nervous. It's kind of like that, where they feel like there's stuff that you're hiding. And in particular, it's like they feel like you haven't told them how you really feel, is kind of the thing. And also, it seems like communication in particular is something that, well, obviously it's always communication in like every connection, right? Um, but realistically, like communication is something that would help this connection. But I am seeing, okay, so I am seeing someone kind of crossing their arms and like tapping their foot, right? It's like, I ain't budging. So are you going to do it? Because I ain't doing it. And so I think they see you as this, with this message in a bottle card. It's almost like this anticipation from you to be the messenger. That's like, kind of waiting in that space, or it's like it is just kind of pride a little bit getting in the way of going, I'm not gonna, I ain't doing it. It could be them kind of viewing it that way as well. It could be either one of those, however it resonates for you. And also I think they see you as someone who is either like on the precipice of a new beginning, or is, you know, choosing a new path for yourself and a new way of thinking. And I also want to say too that if you are on this path of, you know, choosing differently and trusting yourself, they're showing me like cheerleaders, so they're very supportive of this. But there is an undertone to this person, group 2, that is like, it's like while they are supportive of you, I think they're sort of indicating that they don't necessarily feel that reciprocated. And that would kind of bring in balance, is to have kind of reciprocal support of one another. And I just heard on guard, so like, and then putting down the swords. And then they're showing me like hands shaking. So let's get into the tarot reading for you, group 2. I always do feel like group 1 and group 2 are very connected, and considering I stumbled over that quite a bit, it may be a group for you to kind of tap into and look at. Okay. Really? What is that? The song that, I'm sorry guys, sometimes the songs that tap in, I know that just such a small amount of people are going to even know, but I heard Holy Diver by Dio, or is it, I don't even know. I'm going to mess that up, but no one's going to know that song, y'all. It's Holy Diver. So I don't know how that pertains to this particular group. I'm actually being called to pull out the light seers for this group for you. Okay, what is, how does group 2's person view this connection, please? How does group 2's person view this connection? I do said sense. Isn't that funny? I mentioned this card. One more, please. Oh, I just caught it. This one? How does this person view this connection? Well, it's very interesting. There's a King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles on the board. That's very interesting. So you could be a masculine, or you could be masculine presenting, but it doesn't really matter. The message is there, whether it's regardless of gender or energy, is that they see you as, but also it could be, I mean, you could very well be a feminine energy who's just very balanced in and kind of knows how to balance between those energies, or has just an assertiveness or assuredness in self a bit. Except for in emotions, because that's not here, but but so they see you as someone who does possess the ability to communicate well, who is passionate or sensual. They have a physical attraction to you. They do think that you are really, they do feel that you are sort of not like everybody else. There is this vibe that they see you as very unique, and they see you as very desirable. They see you as somebody who uh, they could potentially have competition against. Okay, so they see you as someone who really stands out to them, and is really beautiful to them even. And with Aquarian energy, which is a star, there is this, Aquarius is very, definitely very off the beaten path. Their way of thinking, typically anyway, is very just sort of whimsical. And I got the Fool card, kind of jumping into leaps of faith and into the unknown. They do see this as that they see this as the potential of having equal give and take. But with the other things that came up, I just want to mention that the Six of Pentacles would be maybe what they feel needs to happen, just because from the energy read. And then they do see you as someone who is very strong and very resilient, and very capable of taking care of themselves. And also see you as someone who either needs to move out of this sort of being always in an active service to everyone else, or being a giver to everyone else, and also to kind of step away from external conflict, or external, not conflict necessarily, external validation, or seeking external validation, and someone who really needs to get out of that. And how they view this connection is that it could be like a duality there, where they felt like it was this connection was influenced by external forces. Maybe there are people who are kind of against this connection, or it's kind of, sometimes we get emotional and we have a situation with somebody, and then we vent to kind of the wrong people, and they hang on to that, and then it's like they form this entire reality out of a person from very little information, and then that infiltrates the connection, and it infiltrates the way that we feel about people, because we've kind of accidentally let other people into a small snippet of our person, on who has, obviously, is there's much more to them, and they have much more depth than that. And so that's sort of one thing that your person has an awareness of, is sort of, I feel like if this was a connection that would come together, your person would maybe want it to be not necessarily private, but they definitely, they would be the type of person that knows better when it comes to talking about their partner negatively, and they might have misstepped in this connection in the beginning by talking about people, or talking to you about people. something along those lines, and kind of has an awareness that either you should not do that, or really, again, there's like a balance, and they're showing yin and yang. So it's a two-way street. Thank you. So let's get you some advice for this. I'm just going to move these up and provide you advice. What is group 2's advice in this connection? Yeah, I think your person really wants you to take care of yourself. And again, to make sure that you are not, this is sort of like missed opportunities, kind of, is making sure that you're seeing what's in front of you and not allowing external forces to sort of convince you that what is best for you, or what you feel is best for you, or, you know, utilizing your intuition, kind of, is the advice here. And also to kind of get into your own energy, to cocoon a little, and to kind of disconnect from those outside forces a little bit, because right now they're seeing you as someone with so much potential, which would be the Empress, but it's currently in the reverse. So I think what your person is kind of seeing in this connection is that there's some healing that needs to occur, and there's some sort of tapping into our own energy and making sure that we're feeling right with self, and not allowing others to kind of influence, or to take you off balance, where you're making choices that aren't really in alignment with your own intuition. Okay, thank you. All right, group 2, that is your message on the truth of this connection and how your person views this connection. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you all. And turn on notifications, because I don't have a set schedule at this time, and I do own my own business, and I am a mother. So I kind of do these really when I feel called to, and when I know that I'm in a space that I can do them without too much guilt coming in. So at this time, I don't have a schedule with them, because you know, I don't have it's at this point where I'm at right now in it, is I'm trying to build a following, and then I can get into hopefully being able to monetize these videos. But in this moment, it's sort of just a, you know, kind of brainchild, right? So I'm in a process of building upon that, but it doesn't take priority, because there are other things that I have to do in order to earn a living, and, you know, be present in all the places I can. So do turn on notifications so that you are notified when a new video is posted. Okay, thank you so much, group 2. Group 3. Okay, how does this person view group 3? Well, I mean, you got the Empress, so they must enjoy you a little bit. We're going to clear the energy a bit from group 2. Okay, let's get into the energy for group 3 and how group 3's person views them. So just a little backstory, how I connect into energy is through music and visualization, and that's how they communicate with me, to show me messages that you are intended to hear. So if there are some pauses, sometimes the images that I'm being shown are, I'm not connecting, I'm not understanding what they're trying to say. And so they'll have to provide me kind of more information. So initially, how does group 3's person see group 3, please? Okay, there's like a few different things coming in group 3. But one thing I want to sort of, I guess, warn you about is there's this could be healthy, it doesn't have to be unhealthy, but in some aspect, this person's a bit possessive over you. Which isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's good, but it is showing like Princess Peach in Koopa's castle. I don't know what that is. Or maybe they see you as somebody that they feel like they want to save. I don't know what it is, but it did show me snatching someone up and going, mine. And so, well, we'll get into the energy though. I don't want to just tap into it really quick. I just know that my group 3 collective has always been heavier reads recently. And I did request to get out of that a little bit. And so I don't know if I'm kind of just, tapping into it myself, knowing that that's been kind of the energy. Okay. What is the energy for group 3, please? How does group 3's person view group 3, please? How does group 3's person view group 3? So I have the dragonfly in the reverse and the stingray. And I did have earthworm too kind of come in when I opened up the deck. Okay, how does group 3's person view group 3, please? Let's start with the dragonfly in the reverse. Okay, so if you're spiritual or you have kind of a yoga practice or you do something in line with that, they feel like it's off balance. I want to say that I feel like just there is kind of this undertone that a lot of the way that the person sees you is unfounded a little bit. It's very ego-based, I guess, is kind of the vibe here. Also, I want to provide a disclaimer if y'all didn't listen into the introduction. My guides are very facts-based. They're straightforward. They're straight shooters. There's no fluff. It's raw, authentic. They give you the truth. So, I'm just going to throw that out there before we move forward. Because actually, I feel like it's just, I think that you might have like put your foot down with this person and it's like, it's almost like they don't want to accept that. With the stingray thing, it's because it's interesting because as much as they see you out of balance, they also see you in balance. So it's like they're fighting kind of with themselves on like, you keep presenting as very balanced and they keep wanting to kind of see you off balance a little bit or not even wanting to, sorry, group 3. It's more like their perception is that you're out of balance because of whatever's going on with this connection, but then you're presenting very balanced. And then also they have this sort of this duality within how they view you where they're seeing you as actually very balanced. And also someone, I'm getting that, fuck around and find out vibe where if you mess around with the stingray is going to sting you. And that thing is a lot more powerful than we think. They are kind of showing me a Scorpio. I'm sorry, a scorpion. So maybe you're a scorpion, or they want me to kind of dive into how the scorpion will kind of come in and just stab you, if you mess with it and then run away. And so there's also that element is that they know that if they have this sort of an awareness with you that if they come at you a certain way, they're gonna get stung is the vibe they have with you, but there's something about you that they feel an imbalance with. Clarify what is another energy for the dragonfly in reverse, please? Just to help me out a little bit here. With less cards, please. Oh, there's the vulture in reverse. So I think your person, which is really interesting, your person may have or you could be this way, but I just feel like that's probably not the case. If you're in my collective, I'm going to say that you're probably not a vulture. But okay, so there's this perception where I heard, this came up in group 2 too, which is the 007 theme song, is that they feel like group 3, it's almost like your person didn't get their way in something or something like that, and they are just viewing this with a little bit of resentment or animosity, kind of. And so it's like they had this opinion of you, or this perception, I guess, that I don't know. It's because of the vulture in the upright. Explain this to me. Show me, why is the vulture in the reverse? They're showing me, this is weird. So at first when I was like, why is the vulture in reverse? I got like arm shrugs, like, I don't know. As though they were like, not, it's almost like this person doesn't want you to know, or that it's like very deep within this person, that it's maybe like a subconscious thing. And thank you, because it could be subconscious. They showed me someone tied to a rock, kind of floating down into like the depths of the ocean. If you know anything about the like the iceberg thing, about the ego, super ego kind of thing or whatever, is that all of our like the majority of who we are is underwater kind of thing. And so they could maybe have seen you that way, or that's how they are, and they see things as because I'm seeing like a mirror, like a reflection of self. Y'all, I said with my group 3s to my goodness. Okay, let's move into, how does group 3's person view group 3, please? How does group 3's person view group 3? It's interesting, group 3, because they actually see you. It's like there's a part of this person. I think that these feelings right here are sort of like this person's kind of internal conflicts being projected onto you, because realistically they see you as, first of all, they see you as somebody who stands out, that there aren't many people like that you. They see you as very talented. I'm seeing like somebody painting too, on a canvas. And I'm sorry. I just had a hit come in and was like, well, duh, that's what's on the card. But I have my eyes closed. And so I felt like that pause was like, I maybe should explain that when I'm channeling, I pull out the cards and then I close my eyes. and see what they're showing me. Sorry. Okay. I also heard the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. They see you as, I'm also getting a hit, the diamond in the rough from Aladdin. And I just got that song by Justin Bieber that was like, I don't know the lyrics to this. It's like 7 billion people in the world, but something like that. You know, someone out there will know the song. And basically, like, there's all these people, and then there's you. And so they see you, they really do see you as sort of, um, very unique. They're showing bombs though. When I was saying like really, really about how all these like kind of grandiose things about how they see you, and I started seeing bombs come in, sort of as like sort of a cautionary thing that it's very possible this person could love bomb. They see you as a difficult nut to crack, but I'm seeing like determination, as though they see you that way, but they want to, I'm seeing Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole kind of thing. They want to explore like the depths of you. They also see you as someone who can kind of who is kind of either in this like transitionary period or a new space or a new beginning, and has kind of a clean slate, and you're able to pick and choose sort of how you want to navigate your life moving forward. Where else are we at? Okay, so how does this person view the connection? What is the energy of the connection for this person from this person's perspective? Um, one more for this connection with them, please. I have why, the fates. I do have TikTok in the reverse, so this could be a connection that you're not really, that is very slow moving, or you're not really in connection with. So, okay, it's interesting because there are sort of these like underbelly, there are these sort of, there are these energies beneath the surface on this connection group 3 that I just want to kind of just mention. I don't take it as it resonates, but because all the other things that come out is like they feel like this is very faded. They feel like this is commitment material. I'm seeing like a ceremony site, like for a wedding. There is this sense of seeing, or maybe their heart chakra is open, but there's something with the heart chakra. Also, I feel like your person is a little bit disconnected from intuition, or they view you disconnected from intuition. So it's one or the other. But I keep getting a tap to like itch my crown chakra, and that's usually like to get in, to be more intuitive. Or so either that's telling me to be more intuitive. I'm not sure. It could possibly be that as well. And then okay, so why is the why card here? So there could have been a situation with this person. I'm seeing like a gavel come down, where like some kind of decision was made, and it kind of knocked this person off balance a little bit, or knocked you off balance. And so the why question is like, kind of about that, about like, well, what the hell kind of thing. Like, why did that happen? There is a sense, group 3, that your person is, why do I have to deliver these messages? This may not be for all people, okay? But for some of you, it's almost like there are some people out there that are looking at going, what do you mean why? Like, are you serious? Like, they don't know why? Because they did this, and this, and they move like this, and they behave like this, and what do you mean they don't know why? Yeah, it's like kind of the vibe here is like, it's almost like your person is just, there's something that your person is kind of just not including in their, so they're kind of looking at this. There's something for a collective of you, it doesn't mean all of you, but there's some of you, there's something that they're looking at very delusionally. They're looking at it with a sense of delusion. Okay, and then the enchanting gifts, they're showing me spirit, like someone doing the tree pose for yoga, which is kind of like spirituality. So I feel like they do view this as a spiritual connection. They do view this as a fated connection. And what's with the change in the wind? So I got the song by Sheryl Crow. I think a change will do you good. So either that's that they feel they need to change, or they feel that there's something that you need to change. I'm seeing a balance, as in they feel that you both have work that could be done, or that you both have work to do. But it is teetering in an imbalance, and they're pointing to the Empress. So as like, there is this kind of perception that you have the upper hand. What else, please? Is there anything else before moving into tarot? They are showing me, okay, they're showing like sort of like an egg cracking, and it's okay, it goes like this. There's an egg cracking, there's hands shaking, and there's a signing of a contract. So it's kind of this message that this is well, all connections are a soul contract. If you get really, really close to someone, it is it's a lesson or a blessing. Okay, and so this is informing you that this is a soul contract. This is a soulmate connection of some kind. But there is like that eggshell cracking. So it's almost like there's several different messages that can be laced into that. So it's that there was a separation that needed to occur in order for this kind of catapult for growth, or that this is like the unstable foundation, or that there are parts of you that you kind of need to break the shell on, I guess. What is that painting? There is a painting of a woman I have no idea what this painting is, but it's a woman that's in a seashell, and she's like standing in the big seashell. That's what they just showed me. Come out of your shell. So either they think that you need to do that, or that's something that they need to do. Okay, is there anything else before moving into tarot, please? Okay, it just gave me like the red circle with a line through it. Okay. We're going to do how your person views this connection. Where is my... Oh. How does your person view this connection? Gosh, they want me to use this deck, and this is the deck that I pulled out of for the primary cards, but I'm just going to use it, I guess. Okay, how does your person view this connection, please? Okay, really? I haven't done this the entire time, but okay, I opened up to the Ten of Cups. They feel like it is a Ten of Cups connection. They feel like there needs to be balance. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the deck and pull cards for this one. I don't know why 4 of Wands came out. They do view this as a wish fulfillment. Then the Ten of Cups flipped. You see that? It was on the other side. They do see this as like a bit, there's something painful within this connection. So it's like kind of a sequence of events there a little bit. Okay, I haven't done this at all for any of the other groups, but this is how they're kind of telling me to read this one. So we're gonna do it. Okay. So how does group 3's person view this connection? Well, they're in a space of kind of like, I feel like maybe this might be a separation. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. At the very least, there's some kind of disconnect, but I feel like your person is kind of in contemplation, and there's something about them kind of feeling like they're the one for you, despite that you might have other people that are interested in you. There's kind of a side note on that. They do feel like they want to communicate with you. They do feel like there's some imbalance. There's quite a bit of imbalance here from their perspective, and a lot of kind of moving out of this heartache or this sort of like self-induced heartache a bit, or self-induced just things that are maybe not necessarily related to this connection, or could be, but it's kind of this internal conflict, right? And then also getting out of it, they do see this as kind of like a conflicting connection, or that there's been conflict within this connection, yet they also see it as a wish fulfillment, and they believe that it's like this person might not be very good at showing their emotions, or very authentic, I guess, in providing their emotions. I'm seeing like the Joker card on like a deck of cards. Why is the Judgment in reverse? When Judgment comes up in the reverse, it's kind of like, oop, that was a mistake. There was something that they feel that there was something that happened that was sort of someone kind of making a big mistake. And I think they think that so it's almost like they think that you're either entertaining other people, or that there's other people that would be really interested in you. And they do see you as someone who's maybe moving into a space of connecting with your spiritual practices, or being very kind of connected into community-based things too. It doesn't just have to be religion or spirituality. And they do feel like there needs to be some truth within this connection, that they sort of want to bring truth to the connection. What else, please? they're just showing like stumbling, as though like this person views that they kind of fumbled this, I guess. All right, let's get you some advice and then we'll close out this reading, group 3. Just because so many cards pulled out of this one, I'm actually going to pull you advice. We'll just do one line. Where did I just put that deck of cards? Okay. Okay. What is the advice for group 3, please? I'm not going to shuffle and cut this time. I don't think so. Oh, well, maybe your person's not wrong. What is the advice for group 3, please? Y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there with this, with those cards there. I don't think that your person's really that wrong in seeing that you are a catch, or that there may be other people interested in you. I think that's an accurate assessment here. Also, this is, I guess, one thing it showed me was to go back to the Empress. If you're showing up as the Empress in this reading, or at least that's how this person views you, then this is somebody who is very aware that you are a catch, basically. And so the advice here is, honestly, the advice is to understand that you're a catch, is to comprehend that there are many people that would be willing to sort of embody, I don't know how to say this. There are a lot of good people out there who wouldn't break your heart, kind of thing, is like sort of the message here. And it's letting you know that there are, I heard like there's bigger fish, or like there's more fish in the sea, or bigger fish in the sea, or a bigger pond, whatever. It's just kind of informing you that I heard that song, I'm on top of the world. I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's, so really, I guess the advice is kind of building into an awareness that you are worth it, and that there are people who are interested in you, that, and even if maybe you're here and you're just single and not talking to anybody too, and you're just wanting to read, well, this is kind of like, I guess, like, there are some people to maybe move cautiously around, but also there are some people who are, you have options. There are suitors. There are several people that are in your energy that want your attention. And so it's kind of in the message really here is to kind of leap into the unknown instead of going down the path of what's comfortable. Yeah. I don't know. You do have the Chariot in reverse, though, so there is a sense of, it's so funny because the Fool is out here, but the Chariot in reverse is essentially just like, slow down, really assess what it is that you want in a connection, and then embody that, and then see that reciprocated back to you. Always remember that the energy that we give into something is what we receive. So if we look at connections with jealousy, fear, animosity, pessimism, any of that kind of stuff, then that is the energy that we'll get back. And so if you look at situations and you give out love and joy and gratitude and respect and kindness and all these things, well, then that's what you'll receive in a connection. So really do hone into knowing what it is that you want in this space or with this person, so that you can receive that in return. Okay. Or receive it in another connection as well. All right, group 3, that's your message. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe. I would love to see you come back to the channel. Turn on notifications because I do not have a set schedule at this time, as I do own my own business and am a mother. So I have quite a few things on my plate, and I just do these when I feel called to and can carve out some time in my day to do them. So they're not a whole lot of schedule yet. Hopefully that will be in the future, but I would love to have you stick around. So thank you so much for being here, group 3. Enjoy the rest of your day.